Hello, circus friends. It's me, Tracy, here from the circus office, and I wanted to talk to you about French bulldogs today. For the first time ever, French bulldogs have climbed the ladder and they have bumped out the Labrador as the most popular dog in the United States. Let's see. It's the most popular dog breed in 2022. Before it was the Labrador, and I think followed by the Retriever, and maybe a German Shepherd were at the top two. But anyway, French Bulldogs have become pretty popular. And if you've ever tried to look to purchase one, you've probably noticed that they're pretty steeply priced. Um, it might make you real angry because it kind of made me angry when I was looking for one because I thought, oh, I hate it when things get really popular and people just charge like a bunch of money just because it's popular. That's really not the reason. And let me tell you why. And in our case, anyway, I have two female Frenchies. We have Daisy and we have Fiona. Oh gosh, how can I forget Fiona? And then the daddy is Frank. And so we have the three Frenchies in our program. And let me tell you a little bit about why they're a little pricey in my program anyway, but everybody might be different. Do me a favor. Google it right now. Look up French bulldogs or Frenchies near me. I'll wait. I'll wait. See what the price is. I'm just curious. And then comment it below and let me know. If you tried to get a Frenchie in your area, even if you're not interested, I'm just curious to know. What is it like in your area, the price range of how much is a French Bulldog? Make sure you put in AKC registered. And mine are all DNA tested, but that's not necessarily a thing. You don't really have to search for that. But just say AKC French Bulldog near me, puppy. How much? Around here, and we're in Birmingham, Alabama, or just outside, they average anywhere from $3,000 to, they can get up to 10 to 12 grand. Now, granted, I understand 10 and 12 grand ones are for when they have like the champion bloodlines and maybe their mom and dad were like stars in Westminster way back when or whatever. But if you find an average pet quality AKC registered French Bulldog in my area, it's going to be about $5,000, $6,000. We charge $3,000. And I'm real funny to tell my prices on a video because we don't sell them on Facebook. So on Facebook, we have to say they're not for sale on Facebook because Facebook has a strict policy that we can't sell animals on Facebook. But if you look at my website, breedercloudpro.com/circus pugs, you'll see a listing of all of my parents and the pictures and their credentials, like their AKC, CKC register, whatever, and all the puppies we have available with prices. And I'm going to go ahead and say Frenchies are $3,000. I charge less for my Frenchies than my competitors do. And I think I actually go above and beyond. I'm pleading my case now. Give me a break. It's like I'm pleading my case. I think I go above and beyond what your average French Bulldog. Definitely higher than what your backyard breeder is going to do for the Frenchies, but above and beyond what the average French Bulldog breeder does. Let me tell you why. Fiona was in heat, okay? The first time we had her heat, we contacted our veterinarian, Dr. Campbell. He is at Grayson Valley Animal Clinic in Grayson Valley, Alabama. He asked me when I first saw her signs of spotting, and I told him, and he says, okay, I want to see her on this day and this day. We were like, okay. So, wait, sidebar. Frenchies cannot breed by themselves. I didn't know if you knew that. That's one reason why they're so expensive. Now they can, because Fiona's mom and dad actually mated and locked by themselves. But the most Frenchies, especially the ones that are typically the frame of the ones everybody wants, the most desirable, cute little bodies of Frenchies like they're supposed to look. They're not mixed. They're just great dogs, solid purebred. They can't lock up. They cannot mate naturally. Don't get me wrong, there's exceptions to every rule, and some of them are lucky and they can. But like, without getting graphic as far as why, it's sort of like with the height of the female and the male, they have these stocky little bodies, and when they try, it doesn't quite line up correctly. Granted, he will try, oh boy, but he can't. But anyway, so on the 2 days that the veterinarian wanted to see her, Fiona, we had to bring her in to the vet, and he took blood, and he checked her progesterone level because he wanted to see when her optimal day to breed was. That was $65, I think, a visit to do that, just to check her. So we're in it for like 130 now, right? So we figured out the date, and he said, okay, I know this is going to be her peak. And then he wanted to try it like maybe a couple days later just to make sure that she had a better chance of getting pregnant. So then we had to wait and then bring Frank and her in. They did happy things to Frank. I'm sorry, that just makes me laugh. Frank likes Dr. Campbell a lot. They're friends now. But anyway, and he artificially inseminated Fiona on the first time that she went back with Frank. So he kept them both for a few hours. He had to sedate Fiona. I don't know if Frank got sedated. I don't think he did. But anyway, he pulled the specimen from Frank and he sedated Fiona and put it in Fiona, and wow, hopefully they're pregnant, right? That was 200 and something, 250 or 60, I think. Then he sent us home. I got to bring both dogs back home, and then about 3 or 4 days later, we brought him back in again. And the same thing. He got another sample from Frank, who is now smiling really big because he loves this vet. And and I'm sorry, this is so funny. And yeah, they had to sedate her again, and then they put the sample into her, and hopefully now she's pregnant. So we're in it for $600-ish, and we don't even have puppies yet. It's crazy. Yeah. So French Bulldogs, that's why they're so pricey, because there's so much like involved with just getting them to breed. Some people are lucky. Some people have ones that maybe the girl is just a little taller than your average Frenchie or something, and they can lock up and mate successfully. But I haven't looked it up. The percentage of, look that up and put it in the comments. What is the percentage of Frenchies that can mate naturally without help? Because I'm curious about that. I bet it's a very low percentage. But anyway, so that's why he is confident that if she does not deliver by the 22nd of November, he is going to do a C-section and he's going to deliver her. Which leads me to the next pricey thing. They have to have C-sections. The head of the puppies is so big on Frenchies compared to the small hole that they have to come out of is they do C-sections to get them out safely. I will be honest with you, last time when Daisy gave birth to her puppies, and I don't think I've ever said this before online, but or on video, Daisy had 2 in her litter. And the first one, she went into labor and I was helping her along and she had no progress. So I had to take her to Dr. Campbell. Actually, I tried to take her to my main vet, which was Clay Animal Clinic. And the doc was like on vacation or something. And he's like, we can't help you, with C-section, take him somewhere else. So I had to take him to Dr. Campbell. And he did a great job. He got the puppy out, and the first one was deceased. And the reason was because it was in her too long, stuck in the, yeah. So, they can also not deliver naturally. Now, some of them can, like I said, Google it and see. Put in the comments below how many can deliver naturally, because I bet it's a low number, but I bet some can. Like I said, Fiona's mom got pregnant and delivered without help. That's one of the reasons I chose Fiona in my program, because I thought that my puppies would have a better chance of doing the same since their mama could, but so far it's not working for me. So when you get a C-section for a dog, even with pet insurance, which I have, but it really doesn't help that much. Save on some dog food, though. That's good. But as far as stuff like a surgical thing, it doesn't. C-sections can go anywhere from, I want to say I paid $13.50 for Daisy's. And so for Daisy's pregnancy, we were in it for over $2,000. And we had 1 puppy. Yeah. So that really that really didn't work out in our favor. I mean, not like it's a profit deal, but I didn't want to be in the hole at the end by the time I sold the puppy. I didn't want to owe money. I wanted to at least break even you know. But anyway, so we have an option this time when Fiona is in labor. We can either let her, if she goes in labor by herself before the 22nd, Dr. Campbell told me I could either try to deliver the puppies at home, and if they get stuck or something happens, then bring them in and he can do the C-section. Or if they don't go into labor by themselves, or she doesn't, by the 22nd, he's going to go ahead and do a C-section. So I don't want to try. I don't want to try. After what happened with Daisy and the little puppy that was lost, I don't want to even try. I just want to go ahead and get the C-section, get them out safely, and have healthy puppies. So, whew, that was a long story, right? Okay, so to sum it up, why they're expensive is you got all this going on. And I swear to, if it wasn't for people trying to breed Frenchies, they're going to go extinct, because I mean, they can't do this by themselves. They need help, and they have to get C-sections. And after the C-section, she had mastitis, and one of her little teats was like swollen, and I had to take her into Clay for that, and they gave her, it was like one thing after another. Oh, and the worst part was Daisy, when somehow she nicked with her paw, like her claw on her paw, she nicked a hole in her like abdomen when she was trying to push, and it made a tear in her mammary, like her skin over her boobs, and like there was like mammary tissue that was like exposed. It was really nasty. I won't go there, but like they had to stitch her up, and that was like $300. So it was like, ah. So that is why Frenchie puppies are so expensive. They're great dogs. I love those Frenchies. They are comical and witty and smart and fun and cute. They snort more than Pugs, I think, in my experience. But they're not for everybody. Not everybody has $3,000 to give for a dog. But FYI, if you're thinking of getting one just to breed it with another Frenchie or something, know that these are issues that you're going to come up against, because you can't just let them do their thing and they have puppies. It doesn't work that way. So each litter of puppies that we have to pay probably about $5,000 to $6,000 out of pocket just to come out ahead with getting them homed and all that great stuff. So beware. But Frenchies are great, and if you're thinking of getting one, that's what you're in for. But once they're out of the mama and they're healthy and they're great, they're beautiful dogs and they're great to have. Walter is a Frenchie, and he's amazing. He lives in Georgia with his new family, and I miss him. My heart is like, oh, I want Walter. I want to get a snug from Walter one more time. But other than that, thank you. I appreciate you guys watching. Please like this post. Please share this post, because I'm trying so hard to get the word out there to where Frenchies and Frenchie breeders don't turn into be such a bad thing, a bad name. Like I said, some people don't do everything I do for Frenchies. Some people just have pets that are Frenchies and they try to let them breed, and they might lock up, and that's great. Maybe they can charge less because they didn't have the expense of getting the progesterone taken twice and having them artificially inseminated, and that's great. But just be careful who you buy from, and make sure mom and dad have been DNA'd and don't have any kind of genetic things going on, because you don't want that either. So see you next time. Like and share this post. Get me around there, guys, because I want to share this with everybody so that everybody knows why Frenchies are expensive more so than Pugs. See you next time. Bye-bye.